Hello, this is Ron from Ron Brown's YouTube channel, where we cover a lot of drones and camera gear like such as GoPros and action cameras in general. And today is a action camera video. Now, just on Wednesday, September 6th, GoPro put their newest action camera, the GoPro Hero 12, went on pre-order for $399. Standard kit, just the camera and the battery and the cable and just the basic kit. And that is the same. There was no price increase there. The Hero 11 was $399. I know it's a long story. During the COVID, they raised the prices to GoPros to $499, and then they dropped them just earlier this year. They dropped them down to $399, and I think the Hero 11 is currently on sale for $349. It's been on sale for $349, but you don't no longer do you have to get that subscription plan. It used to be the GoPros were like $499, but if you bought the subscription plan, you could get $100 off and get it back to the price it was. The long, complicated story. So let's just say it's $399 now, and for the Hero 12. And that's good because that's the same price, currently the same price as the DJI Action 4, which saw a $50 price bump or more from the Action 3. So both of them are exact same price now. So if price was a factor before, it's not a factor now. Now, we did learn a few things about the Hero 12, and we'll get into it's more to the story here too. It added up to 2x run times on certain, we call it recordings. I don't know how they can say it. Like if you record, I look at the 5K, 5 point something K, 5.3K. I'm just going to call it 5K for the article. 5K 30, you can gain up to like double the battery life runtime that you had previously on the Hero 11. And even a 4K 60, you gain a lot of, battery life runtime over the previous model. Now, the more you go down to the basics like 4K 30 or you all the way down to 1080p, you're not going to see those big bumps in runtime, or you're not going to gain that much extra battery. You're mostly going to gain the extra battery at the highest settings, the highest resolutions and frame rates. You're going to pick up that time. So that's great. More battery is good. And I think they were saying up to 70 minutes, like 4K or 5K, or up to 70 minutes now. Anyhow, these times that's great, double the time, these run times, but it kind of just gets them on par with what DJI is doing now. So it's kind of more of a catch up than it is a innovation where they're getting out ahead. They add HDR video now. Some people are confused because they did have HDR photos before, but now they have HDR videos. That's real nice for high contrasty situations. So it's a nice feature to have. And of course, they have 5.3K 60 frames per second, 4K 120 frames, 2.7 I believe that's all unchanged from the Hero 11. They have the 8x7 sensor, which is unchanged. Hypersmooth 6.0 is brand new, so they claim to have even better stabilization than they had in previous, which was the 5.0 Hypersmooth. They have a Max Lens Mod 2.0, and they previously had a Max Lens Mod that got you a wider field of view, plus enabled you to like almost turn the camera all the way around and still maintain a level horizon. So now they have a 2.0. It'll make it wider. I think wider than even the Action 4 is widest. But remember, this is like $100 add-on accessory, or roughly $100 add-on accessory. So that now you're at $500 if you add this on to gain this extra field of view and more horizon leveling. Okay, now it has 10-bit and a log encoding, and I believe it had the ability to run 10-bit before on the Hero 11, but I don't think they ever had a log format before. They had a flat profile, but now they have a log profile, so that's good. And here's a neat one that my friend Marcus Crawford over at the Idaho Quadcopter channel has been kind of calling for. This isn't exactly what he wanted, but they have Bluetooth audio, and they advertise view a pair of Apple AirPods. And they say other Bluetooth wireless mics too, but they specifically talk about iPods, AirPods in the video. So you can sync them up wirelessly to the camera, and then you can use the built-in microphones in the AirPods to record, wirelessly to the camera. And they even show an example of they had a camera on stuck to the outside of the car, and they could still voice command it with those earpods inside the car. So I thought that was pretty neat. But I mean, the AirPods, they have decent mics and all in them, but it still doesn't. It's not like plugging a more pro mic in like the DJI wireless mics, where you have a couple of satellite antennas or receivers or transmitters. Sorry, it's these terms, and then you also have the wind, the dead cats you can put on and whatever. So I mean, again, the AirPods are just they're just okay microphones. Not in the same level as like plugging a DJI wireless microphone or a Rode wireless microsystem. So to do that, you would still need to get the mod. They have a case. I say this thing all the time now. I'm drawing a blank here, but you have to buy a case, which is $100, and it adds the ability to plug mics inside wireless and non-wireless. I just can't come up with the name of this thing. I'll link it down below, but you all know what I'm talking about. Thing's been around for years. But this is still nice. This is still a nice attempt here, and they have time code sync here too. Which, if you don't know what time code sync is, you probably don't need it. So that's just some of the features they mentioned. Some of them are new, and some of them are just rehashes what was on the Hero 11. So now the tricky thing here is, even though they release pricing, you can pre-order. They release these specs on Wednesday. And apparently the influencers, the testers already have them. They cannot comment too much. They can't compare it to another camera, even their own. They can't compare it to the Hero 11 or the DJI Action, 4, 3, whatever. They can't do side by side comparisons. They can't kind of say anything negative at this point. And I heard that they would be able to put out their full reviews on Friday, but it's already Friday, and I don't really see any of the big channels, the influencers, releasing a GoPro Hero 12 video. So I kind of don't know what's going on, this kind of embargo that GoPro put on the creators about what they can say. I know it's all key to a schedule. As dates pass, they'll be able to say more and more. So kind of strange. I haven't seen this before. This embargo on the reviewers with how much they could say once a product has been announced, and I guess you could say release it since it's a pre-order. And I have no idea when the pre-orders are going to get here. I know I think they'll start shipping them next week sometime. So maybe early next week. So maybe by the end of the week, if you pre-ordered, you can see it show up. So yeah, that's all I have right now. I did a previous talked about this, the Hero 12 coming out when we had some leaks before, so I kind of want to follow it up now that we have a little more substantial to tell you here. The media mod, it came to me. The media mod is what you need to buy for the GoPro, the last few models, and that enables you to plug in not only a wireless mic but a wired mic and whatever. Otherwise, you cannot plug anything in. They don't, into the side of the any of the previous Heroes to get sound. So again, the Bluetooth thing was a nice first step. But anyhow, back to what I was saying, they of course lost train of thought there when I came up with the media mod. But we don't really we don't really know as much as I guess we know the facts, but we don't have those reviews. So I'm going to hold off on any type of order until I see the big challenge review and do their side by sides with the previous Hero 11 and the Action series of cameras from DJI. And a lot of people are pre-reviewing the Hero 12, and they're pre-reviewing it just based on the stats. And I hate when people review a product before it's actually like out, it's in their hands and whatever. I mean, specs are specs and whatever, but how does it look? How's the video look on this thing? When some people get it, when they start recording, how good does the video look? Does it look, maybe it looks not much better than Hero 11, maybe it looks better, maybe it looks twice as good. I mean, we don't know that. I mean, until I see the video quality and see how other things, a lot of people with GoPros are worried about the overheating, freezing, glitches, such and that. So we don't know that either. So it's a lot of unknowns, even though we know these specs and prices. So okay, just hang in there. When we get more information on the Hero 12, as far as what we see in the reviewers videos, or the first people that have the influencers videos, they'll help us gather some more information, whether you should upgrade from the 11, you should switch from GoPro to DJI. These are all the questions people want to know. So okay, thanks for watching this this little action camera video, and we will see you back on the next one, folks. Got